Hello and good evening. I'm here in Clerkenwell with Alex Singleton, PR man, formerly of the Telegraph, and we are here to talk about theatre. So, you asked me to keep it simple. What's your favourite play ever in the world?
Oh dear, that's very difficult. I think it's an Inspector Course, and the reason it is
J.B. Priestley.
J.B. Priestley. The reason is that it was one that I went when I was kind of 11 or something, and it was just quite an interesting story. And I went again a decade later. It was still a fascinating production. It's thoughtful.
It aged well.
Yeah, it ages well. There's a lot of things that I've seen that are quite fun. The Railway Children.
The recent production at Waterloo.
And I went with the Sunday Telegraph's theatre critic because basically theatre critics have to go 3 times a week to the theatre, and they don't have anyone they don't have anyone to go with. So if you happen to be hanging around the theatre critic's desk at sort of 5 p.m, you get kind of pulled in to see it. And it was great, absolutely fantastic production.
Yeah, and Marcus Brigstock, what do you think of his performance?
I have no idea. I don't know who he is.
He was the man with the station master chap.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely.
There you are. So Marcus Brigstock was very good, wasn't he?
Yeah. So you don't expect me to know anything about theatre. I just go to the theatre.
You just go to the theatre. Just because you see it, don't mean you have to learn anything from it.
Well, it was quite embarrassing because we go on the press night, and the theatre critic of the Sunday Telegraph is immensely eminent as a diarist for a newspaper, for the Daily Telegraph, and so he knew everyone and so forth. He was there busily getting diary stories from all these famous people. Like, no idea who any of these people are.
Marcus Brigstock.
It's like, for example, the time when in a morning news conference at the Telegraph, I'm reading through a list of stories that my department's going to be running, and I managed to accidentally use the word Beyonce instead of Beyonce. Apparently, everyone thought that I was complete idiots at that point.
I can see why. Beyonce.
Yeah,
that was a new high.
Yeah, it just pulled me up on that one. But frankly, I'm far more interested in kind of city section, political news.
I'm sure that's your forte. But saying that, you had a point you wanted to make about theatre, London theatre. As I was talking to you over
it's also terribly left-wing.
It's so terribly left-wing.
The National Theatre is a disgrace.
My favourite theatre now.
It is an absolute disgrace because it's just full of these kind of pretentious left-wing theatrical productions.
Name one.
Where they're trying to be worthy. What was that one set in an African state last year? Where what was that? I sat through that.
Was it about the
sort of guns,
Pacific Christianity and things like that? Was it that one?
I don't know. It was just so boring.
It wasn't it?
No, it didn't have Christian. It was sort of about an African state with lots of violence, and so it was so boring and heated. You just want to get up. It's just kind of wrong because it's got all these sort of subsidies, and the subsidies mean that it can produce all this pretentious crap that no one wants to go and see. So yeah, I
think the National Theatre have the best recoup on what it did out of every off-West End theatre in the whole of the London theatre scene as of last year. And new creative director Nicholas Heitner has brought out so many schemes, NT Live, entry pass scheme that really gets people in and gets them earning money.
I have no idea, but people shouldn't go and see it, even if they do. And the fact is that there's something really appalling about the fact that it's kind of insulting to the royal family. The fact they are the Royal National Theatre, and they refuse to call themselves royal because they're kind of lefties who think
they have dropped the royal in everything official.
They're obviously anti-monarchists. They're obviously sort of guardian-leading leftists. I just think this whole place should have all of its funding scrapped. It might should go to real theatres.
Real theatres, including
ones, frankly, any theatre other than the National Theatre. It is just left-wing, pretentious crap the whole time. I refuse to go there unless I'm dragged there with friends.
How often do you go to the National Theatre?
As little as possible. Once a year now. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But they did show J.B. Priestley in about 1992 in the spectacles. So I think they have some merit. But no, it has become politicised. I do think basically its funding needs to be abolished.
The funding of the National Theatre needs to be abolished. We heard it here first.
And it's an ugly building as well.
It's a lovely building, isn't it?
It's been knocked down.
From the outside, it's an ugly building.
Exactly.
How about from the inside? I think it's probably architecturally fantastic from the inside. And if you look, it's a theatre with 3 theatres. Surely you know that it's got the massive Olivier Theatre, the sort of Cross-Arts Littleton Theatre at the side, and the studio space around the back. That's why it looks like that. It has to have 3 theatres in it.
It feels like a sort of student union. It's sort of student union bars and things inside. It's just horrible, isn't it?
Horrible or really good, depending on which one of us you believe.
Communist, really, I think.
Yeah, I think definitely the National Theatre is communist. Well, thanks for that. That's more than I expected.
Excellent.
It was very nice talking to you, Alex.
Pleasure.